Many inquire about the purpose behind MCG's actions, questioning the rationale. The primary objective is to enlighten fellow citizens about the laws and rights in our country, as awareness among many is lacking. It's essential to clarify that I do not profess to be a legal expert or attorney. Why this endeavor? The aim is to foster an understanding that the ultimate authority lies with the citizens and not solely with publicly elected officials or entities like the Public Protector and Auditor General. I want people to recognize their inherent power. In this regard, I came across an intriguing video on Facebook, initially shared by the handle @Prelux on TikTok. I wish to leverage this video as a tool to illuminate the kind of educational content I aspire to share. For some context, it appears that the individuals in the car were traveling when a vehicle resembling a police car attempted to pull them over. Choosing not to stop immediately, they opted to continue until they reached a secure, public area, concerned about the possibility of encountering criminals posing as law enforcement officers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we don't have to. I can't ask you.
You need a person's permission to
You are interrupting me. I want to explain to you.
No.
How long have you been in the police force?
Doesn't matter.
How long have you?
It's 1 day.
How long have you been in the police
That's
force?
none of your concern. That one is none of your concern.
I want to teach you the law.
That you can't teach me the law.
Okay.
If you knew the law, you would have known to stop.
Okay.
If a police pull you over, you would have known to stop.
I want to tell you about the law of recording. You don't know anything about recording.
One of the police officers contends that the couple lacks the right to record them, and you can hear the man's response. What does the law say about this? We begin with South African Police Standing Order 156, a directive or guideline for police officers on interacting with members of the media. The underlying principle of this directive refers to the rights granted to citizens for freedom of expression as per the Constitution. This directive, applicable to members of the SAPS, instructs them on how to handle interactions with the media while ensuring a balance between achieving the objectives of the SAPS and allowing citizens to exercise their rights. Prior to delving into the standing order, let's examine the Constitution and its stance on freedom of expression. To do so, we turn to Chapter 2 of the Bill of Rights, specifically Section 16.1, which states: everyone has the right to freedom of expression, which includes a. freedom of the press and other media. B. freedom to receive or impart information or ideas. C. freedom of artistic creativity, and D. academic freedom and freedom of scientific research. Our focus centers on A and B. This implies that every South African possesses the freedom to exercise rights related to the press and the freedom to receive and share information. However, it's crucial to recognize that freedoms are not absolute and may be subject to limitations under certain conditions, as outlined in Section 36 of the bill. Therefore, while individuals have the freedom to exercise their rights, there must be a delicate balance to avoid obstructing or preventing members of the SAPS from fulfilling their objectives. Now, let's delve further into Standing Order 156. Section 10 guides the behavior of SAPS members in public and towards media representatives. The initial portion of paragraph 1 in Section 10 specifies the treatment of members of the media. Remarkably, the concluding segment of paragraph 3a is particularly intriguing. A media representative cannot be prevented from capturing photographs or making visual recordings. Thus, it appears our officer may not be fully acquainted with the policies in place.
Okay. Before, you need to identify yourself. I need to see both of your unstellings. I want to know why you stopping me. And before Gibula Goloi, I have to make sure who you are. The very first thing, you have an attitude. You don't even know I don't know how long you've been as a police officer. You are very unprofessional. Remember, I'm taking a video of you. You are very unprofessional. As a police officer, when you stop somebody, the first thing you do, you stop the person, you explain yourself. I'm Sergeant so-and-so. I'm from a local police station. This is my unstelling. We are doing a stop and search. You can't just say, it doesn't matter, you can't record me and all that. Everything is on record.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You send it to the Minister of Police. That one. Send it to the Minister of Police.
Okay.
Can you check?
No, you can't check until I see your IDs. This one doesn't even know the law of recording, or you can't record me without permission.
That's fine.
You can record. This is a public place. I can record anybody without permission. I don't need
I'm
your.
working in for the South African.
I don't need your permission
I don't need your permission
to record you. I can record you anytime.
I don't need, yes. Yeah, I do have mine. I don't need your permission to stop you. I'm a police officer of South Africa. Police force.
How do
yes.
we know who you are?
What's this?
How do we know who
Are
you
you
are?
the driver or are you the passenger?
It doesn't matter.
That don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I have the right to ask who's
Me, I'm
asking
Constable
us.
Lottering, Vulnerable Port.
Constable.
It is.
Constable.
Constable Lottering, Vulnerable Port.
Where's your name badge, Constable Lottery?
I don't have a name badge.
Why?
Because I don't wear one.
Sorry?
I don't wear one.
Why you can't wear your
You
badge?
can't interrogate me.
I can interrogate you.
That's
You
what
have
I-
to wear your police badge all the time.
I do not wear one. I showed you my unstolen card.
It's
If
not.
you want
It's
to-
not even.
if you want
That
to-
unstolen look.
if you
It doesn't
want to
even
record-
look. It doesn't even look
If you
genuine.
want to record the vehicle, there's the registration number, everything.
I am recording now. We are doing stop and search. I've got the right to
In
to
the
stop
middle
you.
of the dark.
1 o'clock. What's the time? 1 o'clock at night.
Well, is this an unmarked vehicle?
52.
It doesn't matter.
How many people have been hijacked by marked
By
police
marked
cars?
police cars.
How many people?
So if you are afraid of the
That is
That's
why.
why we came
That
to
is
the
why we
garage.
didn't run away. We came and stopped here
you know
so
where
that
we're
when
coming
you're
from?
criminals,
don't-
at least
that one-
I'm recording.
Yeah, but
The cameras
you
are
have
watching
the
you.
right to drive at any time. You can't
Exactly,
tell us
but
why
you
we're
can't
driving
tell
at
us
2
about
a.m.
You being afraid and whatsoever.
Yeah, but you can't make us stop in the middle of the night. Even you won't stop if somebody stops you. This is South
said so?
Africa. This is South Africa,
said
Baba.
so?
This is South Africa.
And then-
you
so what?
know hijackings are being done with police cars.
Uh-huh, and
And then, so we must just stop in the middle of the night because when you want to do
Where was
stop
the
and
middle of
search.
the night? Where
Where were
did you
you?
stop from?
Because
Where
stop
did
and
you
search
stop
doesn't
from?
start in the middle of the night. They
you stop
normally
from
have proper things that they stop.
No, thank you, sir. This recording is doing nothing to me.
It
No,
is.
it is
It
doing
is.
something.
You will see it
You
doing
will
something.
Born.
You will learn bona.
This one is gonna be in
Post
trouble.
on TikTok.
You don't
don't
even.
even know
Under what section have you stopped me? You
Here's
just.
another intriguing query. SAPS members harbor a misconception that largely goes unquestioned by the public. Perhaps many individuals lack the time to delve into this issue, but we believe it undermines our constitutional freedoms. This misconception revolves around the belief held by the police that they have the authority to stop and search anyone at their discretion. Let's begin by examining the foundational legislation, starting with the Constitution and subsequently, the acts that apply to police actions. Let's swiftly examine some of the constitutional provisions safeguarding our liberties. Section 10, Human dignity, ensures inherent dignity for everyone and the right to have it respected and protected. Section 12, 1, guarantees the right to freedom and security of the person, encompassing the right, as per subsection A, not to be arbitrarily deprived of freedom or without just cause. Section 14 upholds the right to privacy, including the right not to have, in subsection A, one's person or home searched. B, one's property searched. C, one's possession seized. Just administrative action in section 33. 1. Affirms the right to administrative action that is lawful, reasonable, and procedurally fair. 2. Grants everyone adversely affected by administrative action the right to be provided with written reasons. Section 35, Detained person subsection 2a, ensures that everyone detained has the right to be promptly informed of the reason for their detention. While recognizing these rights, it's important to remember that not all rights are absolute.
You just say stop and search. Under what section? Under what section?
While the Criminal Procedure Act outlines the circumstances under which the police can conduct warrantless legal searches of a person, container, or premises, these include: firstly, the person giving consent or if the police reasonably believe that the delay in obtaining a warrant would defeat the purpose of the search. These provisions primarily address the seizure of items or evidence used or likely to be used in the commission of a crime.
Under what section did you stop me?
That one, you are not my commander now.
And
Section 13 of Police Service Act permits warrantless searches under certain conditions. 1. In controlling illegal border movements of goods and people. Section 13(6) outlines specific conditions, including locations within 10 kilometers of a border, territorial waters, and airports. 2. Section 13(7) allows searches in cordoned-off areas for public order or safety reasons. The national or provincial commissioner can authorize the cordoning off of an area in writing for up to 24 hours. Under this authorization, police officials may conduct warrantless searches of persons, premises, vehicles, or objects within the cordoned-off area if it is reasonably necessary to achieve the specified objectives, potentially compromising individual rights for law enforcement purposes. This may raise concerns about maintaining a necessary balance between citizens' rights and law enforcement needs. 3. Section 13(8)(a) permits the national or provincial commissioner to authorize a police official in writing to establish roadblocks or checkpoints in a specific area for exercising constitutional powers or functions. Under Section 13(8)(c), the authorized police official can set up such roadblocks or checkpoints. According to Section 13(8)(g)(i), the police official at the roadblock or checkpoint is empowered to search without a warrant any person, vehicle, receptacle, or object in their possession or attached to a vehicle. They can also seize articles outlined in Section 20 of the Criminal Procedure Act found in the person's possession or in, on, or attached to the receptacle or vehicle. The police official must, upon demand, exhibit a copy of the written authorization for the roadblock or checkpoint to any person affected by the search and seizure. 4. Section 13(8)(d) allows a police official to establish a roadblock without written authorization if the official reasonably believes that a. An object related to or evidencing an offense listed in Schedule 149 of the Criminal Procedure Act is present or intended for transport in a motor vehicle in a specific area, b. Obtaining a search warrant under Section 21(1)(a) of the Criminal Procedure Act is imminent if the official believes the object will be transported in a specific vehicle, c. Applying for a search warrant, and d. The delay caused by obtaining authorization under Section 13(8)(a) from the national or provincial commissioner would undermine the purpose of the roadblock. Based on all these points, a police official, under specific circumstances and with reasonable cause, can establish a roadblock on public roads in an area to ascertain if a vehicle is transporting an object linked to an offense. The requirement of reasonableness in these circumstances imposes an objective test, necessitating a reasonable purpose for the roadblock. Defining a specific objective, like searching for weapons, prevents unstructured search powers, reducing the potential for abuse or arbitrary actions by law enforcement.
No, you have to stop me and tell me under what section.
You don't even know who you're talking to.
I don't care who I'm talking to.
We care.
No, we want to understand this guy. You don't even know. If I ask you, do you know Section 40 of Criminal Procedure Act?
I don't know this guy.
He's only a constable. Maybe he's only 1 year in the force. You don't know anything.
I'm one day.
Yeah, I can see. You don't even know the law of recording.
You are right. You are right.
You need to learn the law. Okay, brother.
You are right.
You need to learn the law.
1 day in the service for your.
I can see your 1 day, yes.
You are right. For your information, I'm 1 day.
And you must learn to respect.
You just jump with an R5. You think you're going to make us scared. That R5 won't help you. That R5 is useless. That R5 is useless because you are just a stupid constable just getting out.
One day you will need the police, then you will see.
The police, not stupid police, very intelligent police. You know your driver. That guy is very intelligent.
That guy is very intelligent. He must teach you the right thing to do.
You know that
teach you proper things.
the other.
Don't let your word bite you 1 day.
It must
Can you?
bite
You need to teach your colleague.
colleagues manners.
Well, now you must be taught.
Yeah, you must be taught manners. You must go back to
Go back to training.
Just